I'm happy Kansas won tonight.
Hey.
Oh, football, basketball. I'm sorry, but still supposed to be talking about football.
No, you can absolutely talk about basketball.
Talk about basketball.
Well, at least college basketball. I've been halfway on that. I ain't paying no attention to the NBA.
I was actually at the game. I got a chance to go to Austin. Actually see Kansas play live in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That was very interesting. I was very hesitant about getting the ticket at first because I was thinking, me going to Austin as a Kansas fan, I don't know. Is that safe?
Yeah, it's not football.
Yeah, right. So when I was walking up to the stadium and everything, I saw a bunch of Kansas fans. Lo and behold, Kansas went out there. Yeah, I felt a little better until Kansas got their butts whipped.
Well, I was about to say, where do you think Kansas get all their football players from?
Yeah, but they bounced back tonight and won, beat Baylor tonight on the road. It's funny, if I was been in Texas, I probably would have drove up to Waco to see that one just to get the experience. But yeah, it was pretty cool, man. But yeah, I'm turning my tune to basketball, not pro, college, because the pros don't play hard until after the All-Star break. I ain't thinking about them.
I won't pay attention to the pros after the All-Star break either.
Prev, we got to get you a little bit more educated and interested, man.
Not educated.
Some of the NBA shenanigans. Some of the NBA shenanigans that go on.
Hey, then the biggest shenanigan of all happened this weekend when your boy David Stern officially pulled the plug on himself. So.
Yeah, who took over? And who retires in the middle of the season?
The ballhead dude. I was thinking about that the same thing.
He announced his date. So
but still, when you announced it, you knew it was the middle of the season. I mean, basketball's 12 months. So if
it's 12 months, how's it gonna be the middle?
My point is the season.
When is it not? If it's 12 months, when is it not in the middle?
Look, my point is the season is entirely too long. How about you should have reduced the season before you announced your retirement? I'm just saying.
Sure, you're lucky he didn't extend the season before he announced his retirement.
Jesus, can't take any more games. Stop it.
The problem he had is when he extended the first round of the playoffs and extended the TV coverage of the first round. That just stretched everything out another 2 to 3 weeks that really didn't need. Because remember, the first week of the first round of the playoffs was to be 5 best out of 5, and they didn't care. If you played like three games.
2 out of 3.
It could, but what I'm saying is best out of 5, and they didn't care if it was 4 games on at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You just watch the game that you know. But now it's like you get the best out of 7 each series, and then you might get 2 games on the same night, but usually there's like 1 game. It's like each night is a game. So I play on Tuesday, and then the next time I play might be Sunday. I was like, what? Game 2 is on Sunday.
It's awful.
And they're complaining about they're getting their butts whipped in the ratings by the NFL draft, not just on Thursday, but Friday as well. I'm like, well, you've made 2 or 3 completely meaningless playoff games. How do you make a meaningless playoff game?
Well, first of all, the playoffs at the first round anyway is always questionable in the NBA because the season is too long. I mean, how many teams go? All but 2?
Most of them.
Right. Everybody goes in the NBA to the playoffs except for like 2 teams. Yes, I exaggerate to clarify.
I'm not sure you did.
Well, you might be right. So, I mean, it's too many teams going, and now the playoffs last forever. So, really, the guys don't start playing hard until after All-Star break because the games don't really count until after All-Star break. And you don't really need to tune in for the playoffs until midway second round. Not even the first round at all. Like, very few surprises on the first round. Really, they had to get Ruben Sutter to sing on a bit of sleep.
Stop it. But
let me ask you this then. Since I'm an uneducated NBA person, if they don't play hard until after the All-Star break, then what in the world is Kevin Durant going to do?
Well, what I mean... Well, let me say it like this. The definition of hard is playing through injuries, going after that extra ball. Right. Make sure you try to win. Make sure you're trying to win every game for posturing in the seas. And here's the problem this year. this year the East is so bad. There's only 2 teams that are well equipped to win the title, and that's Miami and Indiana. All the rest of the teams in the East are like sub 500 and just flat out terrible. So the ratings, So the ratings are going to drop. I don't care how much you advertise Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are so terrible, it doesn't matter who they played against. So,
you know, that entrance music.
The Warehouse now has intro music.
What was that? Soap opera? You got it on the Soap Opera Network or something?
Man, Mary Jane's on.
Oh.
Being Mary Jane, turn that down, man. We can hear all.
Hold on, all right, hold tight. It's the Warehouse, man.
They tied him up.
The Warehouse.
Trying to figure out how the warehouse got TV.
Cable. The Warehouse has cable.
They tied him up and made him watch.
You know what? He got a garbage pail top with acting like a satellite dish on the top of the warehouse.
The Warehouse has cable.
Thanks. I heard that, Pete. It's family that hurts you the most, Lonice. You know that. That's what it is. Hey, look.
And I was about to say, Jared, Deon got here early.
I did. I got here early. That's right.
Well, man.
From the Warehouse, man.
So you got the fresh cut, man. You got the fresh cut.
Looking sharp, bro.
They let me out for a little bit.
A couple hours. Okay.
Got edged up. All fresh and clean.
Did I bounce in on you guys talking about the Knicks? Really? I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't know.
Well,
what I'm saying is, it's no matter how you dress it up. The Knicks, you can say the Knicks in Madison Square Garden going against LeBron James. I mean, they can sit there and dress it up. It's still the Knicks versus the Heat. It's terrible. Nobody wants to watch that.
It's still the Knicks. Doesn't matter who they're.
And then they'll be like, try to sneak in and Golden State and Sacramento. Doubleheader. I'm like, don't try to sneak that in. That game's terrible too. It's like,
horrible.
Yeah.
It's bad NBA.
Last night the Pelicans played somebody.
And then you get it again next week.
The Pelicans.
Right.
That's bad.
And the doubleheader, the Pelicans, and I don't even know who they played. It might have been the Clippers. But who wanted to watch that?
Hold up, Lonice. How do you like be like, that advertise that voice with the Pelicans going to get? I mean, you say Pelicans, it just throws it off, man. It's like it don't matter what voice you put to that.
That is the worst name.
And the Pelicans out of New Orleans.
Oh, Pelicans.
And this is why you do not let the people vote on the name of a sports franchise.
Well, wait a minute. How do we know they actually voted that?
It's the state bird.
Just because they had an election,
I don't give
just because they had a
eye.
ballot, doesn't mean the people actually voted that.
Why is that the state bird?
I don't know.
I didn't even know they had Pelicans in New Orleans.
Man,
I had questions.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought the state bird of Louisiana was a fly or a mosquito or something.
Oh my God!
You're going to hell for that. You're
Come on,
Fred.
Man,
is that how we're rolling tonight?
Man, one of my boys is from outside of Baton Rouge, and he went home for Thanksgiving. And he came back, man. This mosquito had bit him. Looked like he grew a second head.
That's terrible.
That's rough. That's rough.
I ain't never been down there, but I'm like, you know what? That ain't exact. Between the hurricanes, the mosquitoes, the floods. I ain't too big on that. My wife's going down to the Essence Music Festival this summer. I'm like, enjoy.
Yeah. I want to go to that though.
I want to go in the downtime. Well, I guess it ain't really a downtime, but I'm not trying to go like Mardi Gras or Essence Festival. I just want to go for like a weekend, get some food, walk Bourbon Street, see it, take a couple pictures. Been there, just like I did in Niagara Falls. Been there.
Yeah. I went to Mardi Gras once.
Yeah.
Once.
You went when you was playing, didn't you?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to see what you was going to say because you remember you told me.
Yeah. It was.
And we'll just leave it.
What happens in Mardi Gras stays in Mardi Gras.
It has to.
Yeah, just don't bring out Just don't bring out your bees, Deon. Just don't bring out your bees. Keep your wife. Keep the beater down. Keep the beater down.
Well, see, I'll probably get a ton of bees nowadays, but back then I couldn't get. Nowadays, I'll probably get a whole bunch. There'd be all kinds of bees thrown my way. Shameful bees. You feel bad for your bees. You got the biggest rack bees. What is that, bees? Who let somebody uncle out here, bees?
Oh my!
So there was a Super Bowl or something this weekend, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that's what they billed it as. I can't tell.
Yeah,
Hey,
I can't even
stop it. So
That game was one of that we were trying to. In fact, the conversation at the Super Bowl party I was at, we were trying to decide if that was the worst Super Bowl ever.
No, it wasn't.
Was it the Denver-Dallas Super Bowl?
No.
Or was it the Redskin-Denver Super Bowl?
No, hold on. You're not old enough for Denver-Dallas.
I was about to say no.
There was some bad Super Bowls.
I can name two right off
Super Bowls.
I can name two right off the top of my head. I mean,
but that one was ranking pretty high and terrible.
Yeah,
but I can.
Top 20.
To me, the Dallas Buffalo, what #1? That was terrible. I mean, was it #1 the first time they played? What, 52?
No, nothing was worse than Denver and San Francisco.
Denver and
That
San
was bad.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, you're right. That's
yeah.
A close second being San Francisco and San Diego.
San Diego. Yes, that was terrible.
Look, let me tell you, I keep a list, and I don't get to update it very often. Pete knows my list. Pete, you know my list.
Yeah,
I keep a list.
Teams,
all-time teams the worst teams to ever make a Super Bowl, and let me go down here. I think the 2000 Giants are #1.
They're up there.
The 98 Falcons I think are #2.
They're up there.
Was it 94 Chargers? But you can shuffle the deck on those three teams, and I wouldn't argue with you.
Yeah.
But you talk about teams, I don't care what the record said. I'm sitting there going into their conference championship games like, these guys don't belong in a Super Bowl.
That Giants team is definitely my #1. That team, I don't know what the NFC was doing that year. Mm-hmm. What were they doing? Kerry Collins?
Yeah.
I can't. Who else is on that team? Armani Toomer? That's it.
Tiki and
Amani Toomer.
No. What's his face? Ron Dane. Tiki and Ron.
Ron Dane.
Yeah.
Ron Dane.
Tiki and Ron. So.
That's a blast from the past.
Kerry Collins.
Collins. You know, anytime one team decides that they don't want to show up, and you know, you get that whole lopsided point scoring system. It's 44-3 or 44 to that does that.
But that's what the Giants did to the Vikings in the NFC Championship game.
I think like two things. The best thing about the Super Bowl was Broadway Joe. Okay, I'm gonna say that. And the second thing about the Super Bowl, Seattle.
You saw that? That dude was like flip.
That
He was
jacket,
like flip.
boy. I love Broadway Joe. He was clean, boy. He was clean.
Yeah.
He was clean, man.
I like
one of my boys on Facebook said Broadway Joe was cleaner than Clorox.
Cleaner than Clorox.
Not cleaner than Clorox. But he was.
I bet you was calling the game. He was like, Denver is struggling. Denver and Peyton are struggling.
I think
Denver was struggling so bad. Broadway Joe was looking to kiss Pam out of his hair, man.
He was like,
I don't know if he was that. I don't know if he was that.
I like you.
Yeah, he wasn't. Nobody was looking to kiss Pam's mop. That was
but what's the second
hair? I ain't say her mouth.
What's your second thing? I know what my second thing.
Her hair looked like a mop.
He probably thought she was supposed to be in that mink he was wearing.
Pam Oliver was not Super Bowl ready.
That's terrible.
Oh God!
Let's get back to the game.
Oh no!
That wasn't a game. That was a curb stomping. Okay.
That That was a massacre and epic proportion.
I seem to recall last Wednesday, there was some discussion about the who was going to win and the number of points scored. And as a crew, we're pretty much, I think, 0 for 4. No, we're 1 for 3.
1 for 3. You were the only one pair that called it.
I'm the only one. Yeah, I said Denver would win, so I'm done.
Yeah, I said Seattle was going to win.
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
I sure did.
Seattle was gonna win. I thought you were talking about the points scored. I'm like,
no, I said there wasn't going to be like 55 points scored, and no, they didn't. 55 points weren't scored total.
Yes, it was. You need to learn. You need to add. You need to get that Aggie education back.
Well, the Seahawks defense did come on like gangbusters. They were out there flying around, but people aren't understanding how. Well, they're understanding, but they're not. No one's bringing up the fact that Denver's defense shut Marshawn Lynch down. I don't care what anyone
Denver's
says.
defense wasn't really all that bad.
No, they were not. They were not.
Whoa! Stop!
What did y'all watch?
Whoa! What game did y'all see? I saw a curse look like they're gonna Brandon Marshall out there. Are you kidding me?
No, I said.
Wait a minute.
I made reference.
I'll put it this way. I thought it was going to be worse.
The running game was not there for Seattle in the first half.
Man, the only person on Denver's defense that was playing was number 20 in the secondary. That dude was making shoestring tackles all over the place.
Trevathan had 11 tackles.
He's like, I'm going to hold on to the ankle.
He had a lot of tackling to do. That's why.
He had a lot of tackling to do.
And he was the only one out there. He was the only one out there tackling. God bless him.
I guess I was respecting the effort. So that's, as opposed
respect whatever effort you want. If I'm not mistaken, let's get down some X's and O's. And I know y'all don't want to painfully go back and watch this, but I recall in the first quarter, Russell Wilson lining up with 5 wide.
Yeah.
So my point is, they didn't even try to run. They was like, we don't even have to run. We gonna still beat y'all. That's what killed me. And that's what. But Deon, that's to your point though. But that's back to your.
So bad they didn't have to run.
No, Prev, it was nothing. It was 2-zip. The score wasn't ran up yet.
No, I said the second half. I was talking about the second half.
Deon, I'm going back to you. I'm praying. You were right. The AFC must have been weak. Because Russell Wilson lined up in 5 wide for the first 5 out of 6 plays of that game and threw that ball down the field. And think about this. They kicked 2 field goals in the first quarter. It could have been worse. Right. They could have put up almost 60 points on the boys, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't even matter if they ran the ball, D.
Well, what I was saying was, I was with Deon, I thought it was going to actually be worse. So considering the outcome, I was like, they weren't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I just think that but for what it is, when they did try to run the beast, everybody thought the beast was because you're thinking about the Denver defense of the season throughout the year. Yeah. And everyone's thinking about Marshawn Lynch, who hasn't fallen off one iota of his game all year. So, they're like, the beast is gonna get loose. He didn't. I mean, he really didn't until the second half. But when you keep your defense out there that long, what do you expect? I don't care.
And by the end of the third quarter, they were up by so much they took him out the game. I mean, dude was walking on the sidelines in 45-degree weather with no shoes on.
Exactly. They didn't even have.
The dude took his shoes off. He
was like, I'm chilling.
Boss.
I'm gonna say this. That was the easiest Super Bowl win for a team I've ever seen.
Nah, the 49ers charge.
Nah, I can't say that, B. And I was in that San Diego game that gives San Francisco, Steve Young. Oh,
see, I don't remember. I don't remember that.
There's nothing to remember.
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
It was forgettable.
I'm gonna tell you why. It was 22-0, right? It was 22-0. And I think everybody on this panel, everybody watching the game was like, man, Seattle is really getting in Denver's butt right now. But you know what? If anybody can come back, it's Denver.
It's Peyton, man.
Right. That San Diego, San Francisco game, we weren't saying that. Once that second quarter was over, we was like, let's go.
Yeah. Sure. Once the first quarter was over,
it was ugly. And Cass was like, San Diego can't. Natron means business, really? Nah, bro.
I know.
Dan Humphries? Nah, bro.
Regarding that first play, let me bring up another point. And you know what? Say what you want to say about the center. Guess what? That one was on 18. Go back and watch that. No, watch that play again because I actually watched the first half again last night. Mm-hmm. Peyton was, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he turned his head. That ball flew by, and all 5 of those guys fired off in unison.
Good point.
They were ready. They were doing the zone block fan. It was going to be a read to Marino. Yeah. 18 was not ready.
Wait a minute. Let me just say this. All right, the front for Seattle, off the chain. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Legion of Boom, you better thank those boys up front because they exploited Denver's line to no end. I mean, you got big tackles sitting right in Peyton's lap. And number 2, did anyone get my text that I sent out and I said, "Where's Howie's legs?" When it
I saw that. I saw the halftime.
He looked like he was sitting on top of somebody, man. Like he didn't have any legs.
It was like Martin playing Roscoe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw that.
I don't know. I was dying at that, dude.
What about Bruno Mars, man? Put on the show.
Yeah, personally, I like
that kid bad.
And I mean,
I like Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I was about to say I wasn't a big
haircut.
fan, but I ain't have no.
The pompadour that he brought back.
I don't know what the hell that is.
He didn't really bring it back, but I mean, if you.
Yeah, but it showed.
That was a nice show.
When he first came out,
what's his name? Peter Hernandez.
He had the pompadour, and then he did some other stuff.
What's his name? Peter Hernandez.
I like the part where he brought out Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's the part. Okay. That's a part a lot of people didn't like.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because
it was like, no. Even though we like them.
See, I was it was an all black. I like Chili Peppers. It was an all black Super Bowl party and I was the only one in the whole building that knew who they were.
Hey, so let's I'll give my props out. So let me give props out to hometown, even though he actually lasted the game, Percy Harvin. He actually lasted the game.
Yeah,
and give props out to Prev's crib, Russell Wilson.
804.
There you go. There you go. That's right.
And Michael 804. Michael Robinson.
Michael Robinson too. Let's give props where props to do.
757 804.
So
I remember the 804.
You ain't going right. 804. A lot of people always 757. I was like, yeah, you young.
It's 804.
Still 804. Yeah, you still got 804. They got 804 out there. When I hear people always like reference 757, I'm like, you don't even remember 804.
You don't even know 804.
Remember that?
Hey, check it out, y'all probably don't. Y'all Pete might have seen a few bumper stickers when he come home, but we're beyond 804 now. It's RVA. Like Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam.
Let me tell you something about these people. Let me tell you something about VA too. While we're talking about VA. And I grew up there.
I grew up there.
Yeah.
I grew up there.
Yeah. Great place. Great place. Beautiful place. I am disgusted. Because and I'm gonna tell you why I'm disgusted. It seems like it's gonna take an act of God to get a professional team.
I knew you was going there.
I don't understand it. People want to say Commonwealth, and it's not going to happen. Why? Why not? It's not like North and South Dakota. Like really, it's VA. There's a lot that goes on there. There's a lot.
You know what's happening this time last year though?
What's up?
The city of Virginia Beach was in talks with the Maloofs about moving the Kings here.
Well, no, it wasn't Virginia Beach. It was Norfolk.
Yeah, it was Virginia Beach.
Well, they was going to play them in the scope, though.
Well, for 1 year, they're going to play them in the scope. The idea was to
try to build a stadium in Virginia. Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know what? When it came down to it, here's the chief indicator. And the folks up in Northern Virginia can say what they want to say, but I'm in this mess every day, and I can tell you, the infrastructure will not support. It will collapse. It will implode.
No. It'll
be a wet fart in a dry wind. It's going to be terrible. Dog, you want to know what they would name the team? They would name the team the Tidewater Traffic. That's what nobody would
with a
get
car,
to the game.
with a crash car on the front of the
car turned upside down. That's what it's going to be.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
Hey, we need to. I'm telling you, next time I come home, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna go up to the City Hall.
City Hall.
City
Portsmouth. Suffolk,
okay, I think
Chesapeake.
Deon should put together a Doritos commercial next year. He should try for
let's talk
the
about
campaign
the commercials, man.
for
That
the,
is
for
terrible.
the Richmond team.
I'm gonna be flat honest. I paid no attention to not a single commercial.
The Radio Shack commercial. I like the Radio Shack.
No, okay,
commercial.
That's the best one. Long live
Radio
that
Shack
one.
commercial was
Yeah,
good.
the 80s.
I like the one with Terry Crews and the Muppets.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was okay. Yeah.
Terry Crews and the Muppets. That one was a good one.
He sold out just a little bit too hard though.
Then
that was good.
Well, but he gave us a little too much with the.
the chick. And then
Thank
you
you.
know the controversial one, the big controversial one, the whole America the Beautiful, singing in different languages and all the religions. People
I didn't catch that
tripping
one.
out on that one.
I love that.
Man,
I love that.
I need everybody. My only thing with it, like, it was a good commercial. I liked the commercial. I just felt like where we were when we were watching it, when it was over, everybody was like, "Isn't that for the Olympics?" Like, it just seemed more appropriate for the Olympics rather than the
it's
Super
Coca-Cola.
Bowl.
It's Coca-Cola. They do stuff like that.
I tell you,
I know, but
Coca-Cola
my
at the
thing
Olympics.
is that it was still a good commercial, though. Like, I really liked the commercial. I thought the concept was great. It was good.
And whatever happened to the yellow M&M? It's like I never saw the.
You didn't see what happened to the yellow M? The guy.
Oh, that's
who was
bad. What happened to him?
It was bad. The guy that's the most interesting guy in the world, I believe. He had the M&M in the back with a whole bunch of ice cream in the trunk, and when he opened it up, he was speaking a different language and told the M&M that he was gonna chop him up.
Yeah, it won't good for him.
Okay, but I'm saying, so they didn't show it after that. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay, I was just wondering if they actually showed him anyway.
Nope, that's all it was. Now, Budweiser once again came through for me with a good commercial. The Clydesdales never disappoint.
Loved
Clydesdales
them. Loved them. Beautiful beach.
Oh, the puppy with the Cheerios is that people are flipping out about that. The whole interracial couple thing.
Oh well, yeah, they're back. But you know what?
Cheerios,
I'm proud of Cheerios.
purposely, they brought
Cheerios,
the same couple back. It was the same couple.
Right.
The same couple.
Exactly, the same little girl. And I'm proud of Cheerios for standing their ground and not pulling the commercial and then bringing them back again this year.
That was a beautiful commercial. I loved it.
It was a good commercial. But no, the puppy I was talking about.
She said, and she was like, she looked up.
And the puppy.
And the puppy.
She was like, and the puppy. She's like, I'm gonna one up you, Pop.
Oh, and the puppy. Yeah.
And the puppy.
She was like, oh, she put that Cheerio. She was like, I'm gonna need to get that puppy I've been talking about here, dog.
Yeah, you know, anything that promotes diversity, I'm for it. But I tell you what, I'm not for. I'm not for these commercials that, when it comes on, it's gripping. I mean, it captures you from the moment you hear the first tone from the piano playing, and that voice comes and this is what happens over the country, and we're here and we're strong and we're proud, and you see a tornado about to rip someone's house apart, you know, and you see all these like just god awful things sometimes, and then and you think it's about perseverance and overcoming things, and you think it's about unity and strength. And it's about a car that no one can afford.
I knew where he was going.
You kidding me with that mess?
I heard some guys at work complaining about that one.
You gotta be kidding me. I can't even afford that car. I can't even pronounce it, number one. But are you serious? Are you serious?
No, but how about...
What was that one with the Maserati?
For that reason, Deon, Maserati got it was ranked the worst commercial of the Super Bowl. And the number one reason is that they didn't know their audience. It's like nobody watching the Super Bowl could afford the car, so why are you even advertising that?
And nobody, and Maseratis, man, just call it what it is. I wouldn't, I'm gonna buy a car, I'm not buying a Maserati. I'm not.
Right. Well, that was the other thing too, though.
Them things stay in the garage half the time anyway.
When it popped up as Maserati, everybody was where I was. The Super Bowl, everybody was looking like, when did Maserati start doing commercials? We were all confused. Like, everybody was completely perplexed.
Right. Let me tell you, when they showed
he said it's about a car.
It's about a car that you can't even afford. When they showed that one clip of that humongous tornado about to rip that little house apart,
Right.
I mean, my heart dropped, man. I got a lump in my throat. You know,
You're all in, aren't you, Deon? You're all in on the commercial.
I got the feeling like I said, you know what? I need to go help someone right now. We need to pull together.
Oh my God!
I said we need to pull together. We gotta be strong out here, man. This thing's trying to rip us apart. People, let's stop with the BS and the racism and all of that stuff. Let's come together. And it's about a car that I can't even afford.
Now,
a woman named Lily.
Now, if you want to talk about the funniest thing I saw this weekend, did y'all see the mockery from Frank Caliendo when he
I didn't see
the
that.
Richard Sherman mockery?
No.
Oh,
I saw it posted on YouTube, but I didn't see it.
I'm gonna have to
YouTube. It is it is top 5 of all time. Dude, he did John Gruden, he did Adam Schefter, he did Chris Berman. He did Berman this time.
I love Caliendo, man. That dude is funny.
He did Belichick. He did Bush and Clinton sitting down. Dude, you got to see it. And they hadn't watched it. They hadn't watched the crew, the ESPN crew, Chris Carter, and they showed clips of them watching it like they was watching a YouTube clip, and they were cracking up. He killed them all, dude. Caliendo got Ditka, he got them all, man.
Caliendo.
He was saying on Mike a couple months ago.
He got Jaworski. Oh, he killed Jaworski. Oh, he was like, I've been watching the tape for 147 hours, and I determined that Richard Sherman is the best cornerback in the game today. And then, dude, and then when he was doing Belichick, he had on a hoodie that had on the hoodie had cut off sleeves. And he had on shorts, and he was holding one of them little dogs. What's the little teeny dog? I forgot what you call him. And he was holding a dog, and he was like, yeah. And he was talking, and they had subtitles at the bottom because he couldn't understand what he was saying. And
he was just like, he said, best for the team.
He was just like, yeah. And he was
dude,
like,
I am definitely going to.
And then at the end, he was like, he looked up, he said, where were we? And I was like, oh, he killed
I'm so YouTubing that, man.
Okay, I'm going to check that.
I've got to see that. I haven't. I missed that one.
That is the funniest thing on the week.
Speaking of entertaining, I did enjoy the Jerry Rice Cakes commercial for the
Jerry Rice.
That was funny. Yeah,
Jerry Rice.
That was good. Castle.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah. That was good.
You see him catch that pass behind his back?
Yes. That one was good. The high top fade that touched me.
The high top fade.
Jerry Rice Cake, baby. Jerry Rice Cake.
Jerry Rice Cake.
That was it.
Oh man.
Yeah. What do you guys think about everyone saying Peyton's legacy is over and all of this stuff?
Well, I mean, we're gonna redefine it after he's gone because the appreciation will be different. So, but what's fresh in the minds is the memory of this one god awful loss, and then the first thing people do is relate it to those other bad playoff losses, and then somebody reaches into their back pocket. Oh, don't forget the pick 6 against the Saints, and it's. Right now, it's just going to wax poetic on the bad, and then when he's gone, you'll think about the good.
But
you'll be like, oh yeah, well, there was a ring,
But even still, there was a ring. There, you have guys that don't have a ring, and my whole thing is, if you're going to give Jim Kelly his props for getting his team to the Super Bowl 4 times and losing, then Peyton Manning got to the Super Bowl 3 times. He won one.
That's what I'm saying. So we'll appreciate it more when he's gone.
He won one, but there's dudes that don't even get there.
Another thing we got to remember is what people also in their minds remember the valiant warrior. That's Elway. One man on a bad team dragging 51 other guys into the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then facing down these 3 all-time great squads, and he got the crap pounded out of him. Yeah, but he was out there by himself.
So wait a minute. Why people always quick to beat up Peyton, but no one's quick to beat up Tom Brady when he has a miserable?
That's what I'm saying.
Because you got, you know what? It's
November.
very simple. It's very simple. You had the 3 rings. Now, I'm not justifying it, but what I'm saying is, what the first thing you remember is 3 Super Bowls, and then after that, well, he was due some bad games, and then hold on. And then you also, whenever you bring up beating up Peyton Manning, it's always in the context of losing to the Patriots, who was quarterbacked by who?
Tom.
Not like they was out there tackling each other,
It's Brady versus Manning.
Right.
But
So,
but guys, he only lost to Brady twice. It's not like he lost him a lot of times.
Right,
That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Like,
but that's what,
it's the
like I said.
Patriots.
But that's because they played in the same era. Like when you look at great quarterbacks and comparing,
but they do not throw Tom Brady's legacy into question the way that they do with Peyton Manning, man.
But you know what?
I mean, it's unbelievable, man.
As to date, though, keep this in mind too. The counterpoint to that is, as to date, you haven't had the contradictory or hypocritical rush to proclaim Tom Brady as the best ever just yet. They were trying to say, well, no,
I was about to say,
not as much. No, hold on, not as much as they say with. Hold on, not as much as they say with Peyton.
That's true, though. No, I
not as much as they say with Peyton.
I see what you're saying.
I
do see what you're saying.
But I think it's because people dislike Peyton because when Peyton came into the league, he had the whole Manning pedigree.
Exactly.
But as I used to say too, I was like, well, yeah, I was like, but why are we so hyped about the Manning
Tom
pedigree?
Brady got the better story, right? He's got the better 6th-round draft pick.
The thing is, though, my whole thing is when you talked about the Manning pedigree, my whole thing was Archie never won anything, so why is it a big deal to have the Manning pedigree?
That's a great point.
Because that was my whole thing. And like when Eli was coming in and, he don't want to play for the Chargers, he's got to go to the Giants. Well, why? Because he's a Manning. And at that time, none of them had won anything.
They did. I mean, like you said, D. Maybe they just weren't. The Denver offensive line and them boys right now, they did not. And I'm like, let's just put it out there.
They did nothing.
They did not play for that man at all.
They did
not play for themselves. They did not play for Peyton.
That man.
They did not play for John Fox. Remember, that's 0-2 for John Fox.
That's right.
And nobody's asking about John Fox's legacy.
Like, can I throw this one in here? While the Super Bowl was a very good night for Virginia. John Fox is from Virginia Beach. I did not know this till yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sorry, John.
I forgot about that.
Damn.
7.
Hey, yo, man. I gotta get ready to get off, man. We gonna end on that note. I can't take that no more. We done. We go.